This is called a tank car. It carries oil. Other tank cars may carry milk, molasses, or even vinegar. This one is a refrigerator car. It's built with thick padded walls and doors to keep food cold. Cattle and other animals travel in special cars. The cars are brought up right next to the loading pens. Flat cars are used to carry all sorts of large, heavy things. They are even used to carry loaded truck trailers. That way things don't have to be unloaded from the trailer, put on a train, then loaded into another truck at the other end. And then, of course, there are the regular freight cars. A train may have as many as 100 cars and be nearly a mile long. The train is a long way from Tom's room. Here is Buffalo. And way over here by the Pacific Ocean is Portland. Both cities are more than 1,000 miles from Tommy's room. The desk and chair have had to come a long way. I wonder what Tom's room would look like if we took everything out except the things that were made right here in our hometown. It looks almost the way it did when we started, except for the lamp. It was made in our town. However, the wood in the lamp came from Michigan, the shade from Massachusetts, and the light bulb from Ohio. So I guess we'd better take that away, too. Every single thing in Tom's room has been brought here from someplace else, mostly by train or by truck. Sometimes things are brought partway by ship. Sometimes, if we are in a great hurry, we use airplanes. Of course, we could take things from one place to another by horse and wagon. We could bring Tom's chair from Portland by wheelbarrow. We could even carry Tom's desk all the way from Buffalo. But there are two good reasons why we don't. Trucks and trains. Let's see how Tom's desk got to his room. It started in the forest. A truck brought the huge logs to the lumber mill. After the logs were sawed into lumber, the wood was brought to a furniture factory in Buffalo. After the desk was made and packed in a box, a truck hauled it to the railroad. It traveled in this freight car to the town where we live. It was taken from the railroad in another truck to the store where I bought it for Tom. Finally, another truck delivered the desk to our house. Sometimes it's easier to take things by truck. Sometimes it's easier by train, particularly when the things are large and very heavy. But a railroad train can only go where the rails go. Here is a map of the United States showing railroads. They crisscross the country, connecting hundreds of cities. But let's look at a map of a small part of one state. There are many, many towns where railroads don't run. Now let's look at a road map of the same small part. There are big highways between big cities, but there are also roads running through every town, no matter how small. Now, if you look at a map of just one city, not a very large city, hundreds of streets. Trucks can go on all these streets. Railroads can't. Huge trailer trucks that bring things to wherever you live. They have many wheels to hold the heavy loads. They have big diesel engines to pull the heavy loads. It takes a great deal of practice to back a huge trailer into exactly the right spot. Within the city, we haul things in all sorts of smaller trucks. It may be a delivery truck like the one that brought Tommy's desk. It may be a special truck used to deliver food, only to mix cement. A very special truck is one that carries automobiles. The truck may be built for picking things up or putting them down. It may have a special shape that lets it carry enough gasoline to fill 100 bathtubs. That is, if anybody should want to fill 100 bathtubs with gasoline. Or it may have a special shape that is just right for delivering milk that will fill 100 boys and girls. So many busy wheels, carrying so many things that people need. And what about these other busy wheels, bringing us... Not on the floor. Engines. And the engines are run by only... Back along the train, there are only a few brakemen who watch over the freight cars. Can you imagine how many trucks it would take to move the things on just one freight train? And how many drivers? Trains and trucks crisscross our country, back and forth, always busy, always carrying things that people need. It's a good thing. Tom's room, and your room too, would be very empty unless they did.